Hi, I'm Dan Slep. I'm the CEO and co-founder of ChemCubed. Today, I'll be talking about advances in materials and techniques that we do with digital printing for multi-layer and multi-material electronics. First of all, I'll just talk about who we are. We are mostly a materials company. We do a lot of R&D and moving into manufacturing. And so what do I mean by that is we usually start a project from scratch, working with anybody from primes to just startups. We have the ability to manufacture, maybe not conductive inks because silver is very expensive, but let's say polymers and other types of materials all the way up to about 1,000 gallons per batch. Right now, we are currently in all of these market segments. And what I'm going to also mention is within these market segments, there's a lot of overlap. Electronics overlaps with automotive, overlaps with aerospace, and so forth. We've started ChemCubed about 2014. Since then, we've split into two different divisions. Our NanoCube division is basically items tailor-made materials we do for OEMs and other people that off-the-shelf materials just do not satisfy. Those are not necessarily electronic materials. They could be biomed materials. We have low extractable materials, flex materials, depending on what people need. We are not trying to make the same materials that other people have already made. We're not trying to repeat off-the-shelf materials. So those aren't materials that you come up to us and say, what do you have on the shelf, even though we probably will have a lot of stuff on the shelf for over the years. The electrojet materials is what we're here to talk about, and that is our printing technology along with our materials. So I'm just going to go through some of these topics right now. I'm going to mention a little bit about the additive versus subtractive. Going to talk a little bit about our deposition methods and the differences in deposition methods. And then we're going to move into inkjet, because inkjet really is one of our inkjet is where we cut our teeth on. I've been doing inkjet for well over 30 years. And in 2014, we realized that inkjet is ideal for multi-materials. But we're also going to address some other things such as aerosol jet. I can't read this. Okay, so additive manufacturing is an all-encompassing term. So what are we talking about in terms of additive? Anything could be additive. Even screen printing is additive. And so when we're talking about additive, we're probably also going to have to add some subtractive into the equation when we make our final units. But what we'd like to do is make everything additive. So the difference between additive and subtractive is obvious. And currently, to make PCB boards and things like that, you have to do either copper etching, which is the traditional method, versus the additive method, which is building. Why is that so attractive? It's because of waste is your number one concern. As you're etching copper, for every square meter of copper that's etched, you contaminate 20,000 gallons of water. Those 20,000 gallons of water have to be scrubbed, cleaned up, get the copper back out to be reusable again. Whereas additive, you're just printing as you go, or any other additive technique, you're printing as you go. So you can see why that's a good thing. But if we start thinking also about the cost of additive, in electronics, additive is one of the few areas that is actually cheaper to do than doing traditional manufacturing, especially for short runs. So I'm just going to gloss through these real quick with the benefits of printed electronics. And these are all the reasons also why additive is favorable. So these are the different types of printed electronic additive methods or deposition methods that you can do. We are definitely going to stick on